the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the Titans come up here 1st and 15, but kind of interesting, the Titans were penalized the second least amount in the NFL in 2017. After the penalty, it's Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans are going to take the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the lead is now 21-14. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. They are going for it. Here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Richmond. Black got it out, Philly.
Back now in Nashville. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Again, it's Watson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Wide open receiver complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come back, come back. Red, green the line, green the line.
Throwing again is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
One.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the... Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
Zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity, All right, they were sensing. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
A first down carry for Henry. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Ready? One.
From the gun, Mariota. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Jayon Brown not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try and run for it with Henry. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Mariota to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move